Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy K High checking in on behalf of Double XL. We got a special guest in the motherfucking mix today, the Pyrex man, Upstate's own, one of the people who's just as deadly with the knife as he is on the motherfucking mic, Benny the Butcher. Good.
The Butcher coming. You know what it is.
Yes, sir, man. How you living? What you been on these last couple days?
And I just been chilling, really. You know what I'm saying, before I start this crazy press run, I'm doing a few shows next month. So I just been chilling, you know what I'm saying, in the A, doing interviews at the house. I went to go see Batman the other day, playing 2K and just linking with the homies, just taking kind of a break before things get crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yo, speaking of which, give me your review on Batman. Go ahead and drop your thoughts, man. You know, the internet is talking. I ain't seen it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, what you think?
I liked it. It was long, but pause, but I like shit like that because we want to watch. This is what we came for. It's a movie. We came to be entertained. So, man, I loved how they made it like, they didn't make it like animated. They made it like real. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give nothing too much away, but the Penguin's character, I like how they tied that in there. And, you know, it's classic Batman, Gotham City. They had Gotham instead of Madison Square Garden. It was Gotham Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? They painted the picture real good. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. It was like watching a whole new Batman, but all the old things tied in from the cartoon to the comic book. Like, I loved it. I'm a fan.
All right. So basically, I need to tap in because you know how that go. They remaking so many things nowadays. It's like it's easy to execute, but it's easy to fumble as well. So it sounds like they hit that one on the head.
Now they did good.
Real shit. All right, so go ahead, man. Benny, I need you to stake your claim. Why is Tana Talk 4 the album of the year?
I think Tana Talk 4 is definitely going to be an album of the year contention because of who I am and what I bring to the table in the moment and the content that's on the album. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's about level ups. You know, I feel like the people watching me level up. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Just off of the content, the bars, the consistency, the moves that I'm making. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of the people where the game's in good hands. You know what I'm saying? With me, people don't got to worry about what I'm gonna do, and they know that every time. Like that, I see that a lot under the comments. Like, yo, as always, never heard a whack Benny verse. Benny deliver. Like, you know, that's what I do. I deliver. And after this one, I want people to know just this what this guy does. This what this nigga do. He put out these crazy classic albums, man. That's what I want to be known for. But you know what I mean? And one of the most important reasons why this is going to be an album of the year contention is because these other rappers do not have nothing for me. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just being real. Like, far as authenticity and where I'm at, like nobody has nothing for me. It's unmatched right now. You know what I mean?
Nah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Speaking of unmatched, you already know Cole, one of them ones too. He fucks with you tough. Been in the game for a while. You got him on Johnny P's Caddy.
Yes.
How did that record come together? He was talking crazy. We already know how you come in, but yeah, an early favorite, obviously one of your singles. But yeah, how did that come about?
Man, that record came about because, you know, time and time again, when I put out these albums, I'm trying to jump to the next level. I'm trying to, it's like, okay, what aren't the fans expecting? And at the same time, what are they expecting? So it's like this. I'm always fucking with the top spitters. I start out cold through our managers, you know what I'm saying? They got a good relationship. Me and bro, we met before back in the day. And then we ended up meeting again. And then, like when he was on tour, I went to his tour dates. I went backstage, kicked it with him. Ray was on that tour. That's my boy. So it's like we linked in. I think he had to feel me out to see what kind of person I was, you know what I'm saying? And then he locked in on a track. Okay. You know, he reminded me of myself, you know what I'm saying? We like the same age, and he's a humble guy to be where he's at in the game. He's a humble guy, and that's me. And I'm all for humility. And you know, I think we got to know each other a little bit in that setting, and he's like, okay, I see what type of guy this is. We just went on texting and shit. He delivered on that song. And it's crazy. You got Johnny P's Caddy, man, a moment, man. You know what I mean? That was a moment for me. You know what I mean? And I think that was a moment for hip hop this year. People just ain't been handed nothing like that in a minute.
Oh, for sure. That is a straight fact. Yo, Cole on that record, he was popping that GOAT talk. And I mean, rightfully so. But when we think about that term, obviously, you know how heavily used it is in hip hop. You know, people, it ain't no disrespect, but people just say it all the time. When you think about that term, who do you think of? Who the first artist, rapper that you think of when you hear the term GOAT?
Oh my goodness. It's honestly, I think of people like Jay. I think of people like LL, Snoop, Ice Cube, Rakim. You know what I mean? Guys who stood the test of time, guys who inspire other guys to be GOATs, guys who left their fingerprint on the game, obviously. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know how I ended my verse off? It's the butcher. It's about time I got my respect. I feel like Cole kind of fed off of that. You know what I mean? He from his verse, he kind of feels that he feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? The way he was talking. Yeah. So it's just him expressing that. You know what I mean? And he's definitely one of the GOATs of this new era. You know what I'm saying? Of this new old era. You know what I'm saying? Besides all the guys who I named, the obvious guys, definitely guys like him up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, on a similar line of GOAT while we're there, The Alchemist, he's all over this project. And is it Thowie's Revenge? Thowie's Revenge? How do you pronounce it?
Thowie's Revenge.
Fire. So in Thowie's Revenge, you said it straight up and accurately, ain't nobody fucking with me and Uncle Al. That's a fact. I mean, but what would you say is the most potent part about y'all's chemistry? Like, why do you work so well together?
I think the process. I think my process as an artist is different from a lot of different from these other dudes. Because look, if we're working together, I'm gonna always let you do your job. You feel what I'm saying? You could hand me a beat and tell me what you hear on there. You could hand me a beat and I could spit you some of the best shit and you could tell me like, nah, don't say that. Or you should, you know what I'm saying? Or go from this angle. And I'm going to take your input because I understand what we're doing and here together. Like we're crafting this song together. You made the beat, you put the songs together, and I'm putting the words together. So I want your input. I might even give you my input on the beat. Like, no, we over this one, or put that back in there. Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, let's work together. And I feel like Al, he understand that, or Derringer, he understand that. All the guys who I work with understand that. It's like, yo, they can give Benny direction, and he's gonna shoot, he's gonna eat. So I feel like that works out for us.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like that's part of any game is just being coachable, you know, being open and just understanding that getting the final product to be fire is the end goal. Everybody not like that. I could assume, especially in rap, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's sensitive about it, and rightfully so.
No, real shit.
Word. So Derringer, so on my next question, back 2 times, you got Stove God Cooks on there, produced by Derringer, Beat Butcher. One shout out to Stove God Cooks. He's from Syracuse. You already know in upstate New York, it's kind of like a affinity between Syracuse, Buffalo, and Rochester. If you in upstate New York, you probably want to be in one of them areas. So that connection was dope to see. How would you describe for the people that don't know? I got roots in upstate as well. How would you describe that upstate rap culture and making it out of there? Because you already know you really putting on for upstate in a way that I don't think rap has ever seen, or at least not in a while. So yeah, how would you describe that culture and making it out?
Man, the culture is strong, you know, and people don't understand how strong it is unless they go up there.
Yeah.
And unless they indulge in it. Like the culture is strong. The people are it's the people who opinions matter. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people are very involved in it, and it's spitters up there. It's spitters up there from Rochester, Buffalo to the Q's. I know Utica, the Berg, and I know the whole upstate, but it's spitters up there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to see that we getting our shine and people knowing that they can expect a Benny or Stove or 38 Special or a Conway. Like they know like there's other dudes up there that's going crazy like that from where we from. So like its culture is strong, man. I remember like selling my CDs as a kid. You know what I mean? I remember like going to like ciphers. You know, it's all that type of shit up there for you to be a young boy and get your craft together, man. It's healthy up there, and it's more healthier even now. Just look what we doing. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all, the younger dudes under you, you know what I'm saying? It definitely is a lot of eyes pointed on the scene, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Niggas been talented, so it's cool to see everybody getting the
real shit, man.
Yeah, for sure. Back to the album real quick. So on March 3rd of this year, You tweeted, they trying to get me to change my words on Tana Talk 4 and censor me. Too much real shit being said. 3/11/22, the king is back. Can you explain that? Like, what did you mean by that? They were trying to censor your words, like.
Listen, how do I want to put this, man? I was in there, you know, and to be honest with you, they're not even gonna want me to explain this. And I hate even being in this position. But you know, this shit people want to know.
Yeah.
I said something that, you know, I'm just telling my story.
Of course.
But you know, people told me that it could come off as like I'm being disrespectful, like I'm taking a shot. And me, that's the last thing I want to do. I ain't that type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out disrespecting nobody. So, you know what I mean? Like I like they told me to don't say it on my shit. You know what I'm saying? When people, I know everybody want to know who is they. Like, I'm not going to say it. If I was going to say it, I might as well left it on the album. Yeah. But just make people hear it when they hear the album. You feel what I'm saying? You know, this shit deep. This shit get real. But it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be offended nobody. If people people take me telling my story as offensive, then like I'm disrespecting, you know what I mean? That's the last thing I want to do. Because we ain't come here for that. You know what I mean? At the same time, I do want to tell my real and true story. You know what I'm saying? So it's me stuck in a place from wanting to tell my story and the parties involved in my story. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love. There's no disrespect to nobody, but it's all love. So, you know.
Oh yeah. No, I appreciate you for explaining that. When I saw the tweet go up, I'm like, all right. A lot of times when the outside looking in, you know, we don't know the things it takes to go into a song, album, a project, the people you working with, the hurdles you have to up over. So I definitely just wanted to tap in with you and get your insight on that. All right, so Tyson and Ali, another heater on the project with Conway the Machine. I mean, we already know what it is. Anytime people from Griselda are on the same track together. In it, you spit that the doctor advised you to give your leg a rest after getting shot in 2020. And it made me think, did that affect your mobility at all, rap-wise? Because you stay cooking stuff up. You got a sports firm, you know what I'm saying? You got a label, you always dropping projects. So yeah, did that affect your mobility at all? Or was you like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna keep moving no matter what?
Oh, for a minute it did. You know what I'm saying? For a minute, I feel like I was depressed maybe. You feel what I'm saying? And of course it didn't show or nothing like that in my work, because that's when I start back feeling better about myself. And I was sitting down. I wasn't doing what I loved doing. And I wonder, like, damn, why I'm angry? Why I feel like I'm not myself? I'm like, nigga, because you're not outside. You're sitting in a house. You know what I mean? So I got back outside. I got back seeing people and doing what I love, connecting with the people, putting music out and running around. You know, that made me feel better because, you know, this game is where my heart at. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So hell yeah, like that definitely affected I had to fucking ride through wheelchairs in the airport. I couldn't move unless somebody was moving with me. I wasn't used to that. So I had to learn how to move around a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I could imagine that shit. I used to hoop growing up. I had an ankle injury and maybe like a couple month I was on crutches. You're right, like it affects your mood as well. People think it's just the pain, the physicality of it, but yeah, that shit could change you.
No, real shit.
Word. So West Side Gun. I mean, he makes an appearance on Guerrero, another fire track. I don't even got to keep saying that. You already know how you was coming.
Right.
So it made me curious. So when it comes to tracks with West Side and Conway, are these songs that y'all have in the canon that y'all just decide to put on certain projects, or do y'all pretty much cook them from scratch every time somebody is working on a new concept idea?
A lot of times it's it's records that we hear each other on. It's like, yo, bro, I got something. I'm about to sing you this. Hey, yo, Wes, you kill this. Hey, yo, Benny, I'm sending you something. I know you'll body this. Yeah. It's that type of shit. So I did the Tyson. It's crazy with the Tyson versus Ali whole everything. We was having a conversation about who's better, Tyson versus Ali, and that's turned into a song. And Conway didn't hear it. He wasn't there, but I had the concept and I put my verse on it and I sent it to him. I'm not sure if I explained it to him, because that's some shit you don't gotta explain to him. Just let him hear it and see how he feel. Yeah. And I mean, he buried it. Same thing with the other shit, man, with West. It's just that some shit that he heard himself on. He listening to this shit. He's like, oh, I gotta get on this one. You feel what I'm saying? So just like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I feel it. Speaking of which, so obviously Kanye came out not too long ago. He said his Griselda contract obligations are fulfilled. I just want to get it straight. Like, are you still officially a part of Griselda? Like, what's the word on that?
Yes, I'm gonna always listen. I'll tell people all the time. I'm gonna always be a part of Griselda.
Of course.
I'm gonna always be, even when even when I wasn't, I was. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, people take that out of context. They think if me or Conway not contractually Griselda, they think we smoke with each other. They think we, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
We're doing business, man. We're doing business. We're growing further as artists, as men, as execs in the game. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't meant for Conway to be signed to West Forever. And this is another thing people don't know is that West Side Gun is the soul. He owns that by himself. That's not a partnership that him and Conway have or that we have as each other. That's brush shit. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And we work under that umbrella. And then, you know what I'm saying, to get in a position to do our own thing. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like people frown upon that. Or you know what I mean? They look down on that. You know what I mean? I don't understand why.
Yeah. Not me either. And that's exactly why I asked you. I wanted to get your clarity because it's also like you in the game to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all have opportunities that are on the table, it's like, why would you not feed into that? And like you said, that don't mean that you shitting on where you come from or you even leaving that. But it's like, of course you're gonna take the next step. I would think that's been the plan the whole time.
Right. Be honest with you, what I learned from that is,
it's good.
You know, the fans are cold. The fans are cold. And a lot of times, you got Griselda fans. They might not even be a Benny the Butcher fan. They're Griselda fans. Like, shit get real. You feel what I'm saying? So they don't give a fuck about you, what you got going on. They like, what's good for this? Fuck you personally as a person, as a businessman. Fuck you. You're iPod. Rap, when we say rap and do this. So kind of like it gets crazy. It's like, damn, I thought you was a supporter, a fan, and wanted to see me grow. But sometimes they don't. They want you to do what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Listen, man, I salute you. The internet is crazy right now. People are crazy, hella entitled. Just dealing with all that just sound like a headache. You feel me? I feel like I'll be on the internet saying fuck you. But yeah,
sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
I feel it.
Real shit.
You said something on Tana Talk 4. Excuse my memory. I can't remember which track it is, but you said people ask you what you bring to Griselda and you say validity. So I wanted to double back on that. Like that's hella interesting. Obviously, everybody has their own flavor, their own style and contributions. And we was even talking about 2K at the top of the call. So like, what would you say are some of your attributes? Like, what sauce do you think you bring to the group?
Man, I definitely bring like a raw, edgy, authentic, sharp street vision point of view from it. You feel what I'm saying? If you see Wes go on to be what he is, if you see Conway go on to be what he is, and then you see me to go on, that lets you know this is valid. It don't get no more realer than this. This is the formula. This is the cloth. You watch 3 different people come from the city and who, you know what I'm saying? And each of us stand on our own.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't think people realize that. You know what I mean? I don't think, and that's kind of why maybe I have a chip on my shoulder. I was gonna say Conway, but I can't speak for Conway. But that's where I have a chip on my shoulder where I'm speaking. Like, it's about time that I got my respect. You feel what I'm saying? Feeling like I need to be respected as me for who I am and what I bring to the table. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, that's just how shit is, man. Everybody want to be seen for their worth. You know what I'm saying? Even me.
Of course. Speaking on the note of respect, that's something I noticed with y'all as a collective and individually. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but legends in the game fuck with y'all. So for example, like a few months ago, I asked Havoc and Mobb Deep, Styles P at the Locks, obviously 2 of the greatest groups in rap history, no matter how you look at it. I asked who they would pass the torch to when it comes to the best group in rap. And they easily, without hesitation, said Griselda. and talked about individually and how y'all be 3 for 3. Nobody's lacking on the mic. So how does it feel to get that respect from legends in the game where you already know it could very much be divided?
First and foremost, that's crazy. Those is niggas heroes. We ain't gonna get that fucked up. Yeah. We gonna call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those is like big reasons why niggas rap the way they rap. I remember being 14 buying that Mob Deep shit, murder music shit. I remember being 17 buying this shit out of the store, SoundScan shit, spending my money on my pops took me to Disney World. We go down there, we go to motherfucking Walmart or whatever the store was back then, and I'm grabbing Gangsta and the Gentleman. You feel what I'm saying? So this is like, and this is why I think they feel the way they feel. We're a direct, you know what I'm saying? Direct, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? We come from that. This is their cloth. Yeah. This is their cloth evolved into what it is today. Obviously, shit still sound the same formula, the beats and the street shit, and you know what I'm saying, the visual detail rhymes that we spit. So it's like this is their cloth. The way you would see like the way you would see the old Atlanta legends stand, like the way you would see Gucci stand next to all the new Atlanta guys. Exactly. See, they like, okay, they on what I was on, how I represented this shit. And they see us the same way. Like, you know what? They pushing our envelope. Shout out to everybody else who's doing what they doing to represent and get money, but this is what we represent it. And I'm saying this is our team right here. So that's pressure too. Don't get it fucked up. It's pressure too. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the good kind of pressure that where you're in a position like me or us, other rappers who those guys feel the same way about. Like you need that pressure. It's good. You invite that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, turn you into a whole different type of beast. Mm-hmm. So my last question on the Griselda note, 2019 WWCD, obviously much loved project. Y'all plan on following that? Has there been like any talks about another project or any?
Listen, I can't wait till I get that phone call and say we working on what she ain't gonna do too. I think that's only right. I think that's some shit that should come at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? I think that's only right. You know what I mean? What West dropping soon or just dropped? The nigga went crazy last year. He dropped like 3 projects last year. Yeah. Conway just dropped his major debut. Yeah. I'm about to drop like my final independent project. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, it's time. You know what I mean? It's time. It's time to sit back at that drawing board and go gun for gun for gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolute firefight. People gonna love that. So
yes, they is.
Word. Yo, one thing I thought was super dope was seeing you sign to Def Jam, and you know, I think it kind of spoke to your talent on the mic, your artistry. Def Jam has this hella story history of acts you already know. So what swayed you to go over there to such a prestigious label, and obviously Snoop over there now too. So him just kind of taking the reins as an artist and as an OG, what swayed you to ink the deal with Def Jam?
Man, it's the iconic Def Jam. Yeah. What more do you gotta say? You know what I'm saying? It really didn't take a lot of persuasion. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the iconic Def Jam for what I want to do and for what they're trying to do. It aligns up perfectly. You feel what I'm saying? They got that same chip on their shoulder. They want to prove, hey, we're back at it. This is what we do. Don't y'all forgot who the fuck we were? You know what I'm saying? They brought Tunji in. You know what I mean? You know, he's a demon at what he do. You know what I'm saying? Heard nothing but good about him. Same. And you know, the people who I met over there, man, it's been solid. You know what I mean? And I'm just ready to eat. I'm just ready to chew. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm ready to do my part over there for the new resurgence of Def Jam.
Oh yeah. Dang. Got your jersey on for real. Hell yeah.
They need to tell them they need to get me a Def Jam chain because nobody, you know what I'm saying, whoever had the Def Jam chain, they need to, you know what I'm saying, we need to pop this shit off right and make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we need to do new things. You know what I'm saying? Shit we ain't done before yet. Hand them shits out.
Real life chaining day.
I mean,
yo, you're also a part of Rock Nation now on the management side. Hov been showing love to the movement a lot over these last few years. I wanted to ask, what's your favorite Jay-Z story? I feel like he's a character a lot of people don't know because he don't do too much nowadays, at least on the mic, on the camera. But yeah, any interesting stories that y'all had? Any interesting encounters? that really stuck with you?
Man, of course. But I got a couple, but it gotta be just the first time meeting him. You know what I mean? When it gotta be the first time meeting him. Met him at his crib and that's when we decided to come on Rock Nation and he just talking business. Okay, so the move we gonna do this and we gonna do that. And I'm saying, watch, and in that moment, I'm thinking like I'm talking business with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, so that's I'm like, I'm talking business, like, you know what I mean, with this guy right here, with a legend, with a great businessman, to say the least, a person, an icon in this music shit, who did everything that I'm trying to do, and I done made it to the point where I'm talking business to this man. I'm like, shit is really going on in my life, and like, damn, like, you know what I mean? That's probably one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Has he given you any advice on how to navigate in the game, or even, I mean, we're gonna get into BSF next, but yeah, even to have people up under you trying to eat, has he given you any advice in that regard?
Man, hell yeah, just sit down and kick it with for hours, man. He just talk that shit. Just be fearless. Just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people try to convince you that you're not the guy, because that's what they're gonna do. They try to, you know what I mean? What do you say? Shit like you just be giving. Yeah, and I mean, it's just so much game you get from that man in the conversation. You know what I mean? It's just tell you the shit, just to do what you do. I remember he told me, don't be afraid to say no to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that before. What else? There's a whole lot of shit, man. I could go on and on, man, for how he just carry himself, and just how he be telling nigga, like, well, we kicking. I be like, I tell him something happened. He like, no, because I mean, like, he active. I mean, he active. I mean,
Nah, for sure. I'm sure it's a whole book you could write from having a conversation with Hov. Like that shit seemed like it's
real
real.
shit. No, real shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He really be on some G shit. He really be telling me like old stories of how he did it, because he been in every situation. So he be like, no, when that happened, see, that's why I really can't. I really don't want to say what you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he just tell me all them old stories that you see in the blogs, and that I mean, brother kicked it with me about that shit and just told me like how that shit really went. Yeah. So when you come to shit like that, that's how you do it. You feel me?
Absolutely. Man, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's get into Black Soprano Family a little bit. What type of moves are you making as an exec?
Man, I'm making some big moves, man. This year gonna be interesting. Man, I just signed Fuego Bass. You know what I'm saying? Out of Hartford, Connecticut, a real hard, just a tough spitter who just on some street grimy shit, slick talk shit. We about to drop the Long Live DJ Shay album right after the Tana Talk. Mr. Pyrex, man, was just like that's gonna be on there. We got the album. We got Crazy Bone on the album. We got Bodie James on the album. We got Camino on the album. You know what I'm saying, we got some crazy shit. We got Conway on the album, Corey Guns on the album. You know what I mean? It's about to go crazy. My artist, Young World, I got him at Empire. His shit dropping April 15th. Christina Mackey, we working on her shit. Love Boat Luciano, his shit is done. He got Conway on his shit. Dave East on his shit. His shit ready to shoot. Same thing. His project sounding crazy. He hungry. Rick Kai, he about to drop 2 new EPs this year. So, it's just about flooding the market. To me, that's what it's about. When the time is right, you know what I mean? We gotta sit back and relax, and then you see that opening, that's where you go. So we about to make it real visual this year.
Oh yeah.
Starting off with me, TT4. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't ask for a start much better than that. So hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we excited. Y'all heard it. Mad shit coming up to look forward to. We could go ahead and leave that right there.
Yes, sir.
So I got like a few more questions. That's cool with you?
Yeah, come on.
Word. So the record you have with Drake late last year, obviously you talk about one thing that I found that was really interesting about you is you said when you go for features, you want the niggas that could really spit. You going for the bars. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Never seemed like it's gimmicky, like, oh, I'm trying to chart or et cetera, et cetera. It's always like some real rap shit. But I feel like obviously moments like that, songs leaking, that can spoil it. And leaks are huge in rap right now. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people paying 10, 20,000 dollars as a group just to get, you know, somebody's leaked music. So how do you protect yourself from the leak culture in rap right now, if at all?
Damn. How do I, man? I just try to keep the music in good hands. You know what I'm saying? Keep it safe, locked with the producers. Keep it safe, locked with the label. You know what I'm saying? We wise about who we sending everything to. And you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes to me, I think sometimes not a lot, but sometimes, you know, leaks be controlled. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
leaks be controlled. From what I know, I really don't know a lot about this shit. Because maybe, you know, I remember when my shit came out, like my shit was out like a day before. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? So I think that be people around. Obviously, got to be people around, but man, you're right. Niggas got to start tightening that shit up because you don't want this shit all over the place. That shit to leak and some shit to go bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
The game used to be bad. That's how the game at where it is right now. The game used to be bad with all that Napster shit and all that bootlegging. That shit, that shit killed the game. It had to go to a different way. And man, and record sales ain't been the same since after that shit.
It's a whole different.
Exactly.
You already know. You was talking about like selling CDs and shit. You know the game is completely different.
Real shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, on that note, who would you like to collaborate with in the future? If anybody. I mean, we already know you got tracks, whether they out or not. Hove, you know, Cole, Drake, Pusha. I mean,
I want to work with Rihanna. I want to work with like dudes like, I mean, Ty Dolla $ign.
Wavy.
I want to work with like some R&B cats. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with some R&B dudes. You know what I'm saying? On some, you know, and not even on no love song shit, just on some Benny the Butcher shit. Or because like I tell people, like when people hear love song for me, it ain't gonna be like, okay, baby, I love you. I want to take you to Paris, France. It's gonna be on my level, on my terms. You know what I'm saying? So I want to work with some R&B dudes.
Oh yeah. All right.
Make me a plate, girl.
We'll leave that reference. So yourself, Pusha, Hov, one thing y'all have in common is finding the most artistic ways to simply talk about moving weight, on top of other things, of course. But right. Give it to us straight. Who would you say is the best coke rapper, drug rapper of all time?
The best drug rapper of all time.
Yeah, anybody come to mind?
Yeah, a lot of people come to mind. My top three, let me give you my top three.
What's good?
Me, Hov, and Jeezy.
Yeah.
My top three. I gotta put myself in there.
Yeah, that's
what
why
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, me, Hov, and Jeezy.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of dudes though. That genre became big only because, you know what? I'm just being real. It's fucked up to say, but you know,
it's good.
That's the hood's trade. That's a black man's trade. The dope game, street corner shit. You know, that's just what it is. That was our lane that we found. You know what I mean, to feed ourselves and do what we needed to do. And a lot of us graduated out of it though. That's the thing. That's the thing about my music. I talk about champion away from it. That's the same thing Hov talk about, champion away from it and taking what you learned from that. And not bragging about the life. I'm bragging about coming out of that and applying those hustles to this game. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the next level of it. Like, cause fuck that. That was only for the time being. Man, I'd be sent back thinking like, why the fuck was we even doing that shit? We should have been doing other shit.
Yeah.
But and then we never glorified it just to show where we came from.
Facts. That's also what you preaching in 10 More Commandments. But Diddy, you saying that same shit. Like, yo, my advice would be to get out the game. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the most important rule is to get out of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I said, somewhere on our way we lost it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like dudes don't put no ceiling or no cap on it. I always go back to the movies back in the day. The guy in the movie, he always wanted to get like 50,000 and leave town, 100,000 and leave town. His one last score. The movie's all about that. Like, Now guys don't have no one last score, man. It's just to the point, you know. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, real talk. No, that's 100. On that, so Snowfall is out right now. It fits into what we're talking about, from the drug conversation to the cinematics of it. You acted in a movie called Conflicted. So do
Mm-hmm.
you have any plans to return? I think you did a fire job, by the way, too. But do you have any plans to return back to the screen? Like any shows you
Yeah,
want
working on. We
plans?
about to start shoot. We about to start shooting Conflicted 2 real soon. You
Oh
know what I'm
shit.
saying? I'm about to we about to start shooting that real soon. I'm about to take a movie deal for a couple joints. So I'm working, bro. I'm working. Definitely, meaning I'm definitely gonna be on that screen real soon.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Big things in store, man. That was pretty much all I had for you. Like anything else you wanted to add? Anything you want to say to the fans, to the people?
Man, I just want to say that you know, the butcher's coming. You know what I mean? And it's my turn again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Appreciate Double XL, all that. It's crazy. It's lit.
All love.
Buffalo, New York. Rest in peace, Shingun Black. Rest in peace, DJ Shay.
Yes, sir. Much love to you, man. Definitely appreciate you for taking the time. Billy Joe, you said you was one project away from reaching greatness. For what it's worth, I think Tana Talk 4 fills that void. So congrats on the
Yeah,
album. I know the people gonna peep that when it dropped too.
I appreciate you. That's a fact. They gonna know that.